I mean, in the pursuit to embrace organic storytelling, right? I mean, it's something that is easy to propose, but like when you try to do it, it's kind of hard, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why in the past few years, local organic marketing mesti macam they like to really play around with like controversial stuff.
It's like easy way out.
It's the easy way out, right? Ada orang gaduh ke, drama. You know, like there's this one particular entrepreneur and it's like that kind of bad publicity is good publicity kind of mentality.
Yeah.
You know, how far can you take that? So you kind of have to step up and create quality content. You know, there's also some people who do that the right way, like they tend to be cheeky.
Yeah.
They try to go the comedy angle, but that also you can argue can be like can get saturated over time. So
Yeah. It's like it depends on whether you're actually funny as a person. So like it doesn't come off as like what's a cringe.
Well, what all of this content have in common is people can really tell if it's marketing or not. So that's why we want to talk about
So today we're going to talk about storytelling and how brands use storytelling in their content to help attract customers to their brand. And like referring to what you mentioned earlier, I feel like the cheeky kind of videos or the dramatic videos, all of them sort of strike some sort of an appeal to the audience. So if we're talking about virality, then it's usually a trend. If we're talking about drama, I think drama invokes a lot of emotional appeal in the content that they're producing. So different approaches are often used across different brands, differently. You know, that sounds a bit confusing, but it's because you got to use things appropriately. So if you take for an example, a brand that does not promote their product. Have you ever seen a brand that does not promote their product?
I think a lot of like international brands do that. Like mostly people who really understand what the people want to see or like how marketing works. I think that's what they tend to go for.
Truly. I'm just gonna bring this up, but like if you notice Red Bull, Red Bull is a company that does marketing, but if you look at their content, they don't market their Red Bull cans. They don't market their products of Red Bull. But how you know about Red Bull is through their sponsorships that they do. And they've actually gained awareness through sports, like in the X Games and all of these like advanced or maybe dangerous sports, you would find a Red Bull logo there.
So they're like, instead of them being known as like a drink, beverage kind of company, they're more of, like associated to like being brave.
Truly.
Those kind of like upper sports. Those kind of
like athletes and shit.
so it has become like a symbol sort of.
Truly, it's become a symbol. Yeah, exactly like you said. And we can see this across the board for a couple of different brands, which also comes to an interesting point, right? Like, do brands need to sell their product or do they sell a story for their product?
sell a story, definitely. Because honestly, like I rather watch that guy. You know, they paid someone to like jump from like new space. Like is that his name?
Yeah.
Felix, right? Yeah, like that day itself. I mean, I wouldn't jump off a platform like in the middle of the sky, but for some reason that inspired me to do something. But what I'm trying to say is, macam okay, it's kind of like ideology and belief, right?
Yeah.
I might not have money now, or like the situation of my wallet might like be like a roller coaster, but my beliefs will like most probably be the same way throughout the whole year. So the fact that I don't mind that they are selling me the drink in such a way, I think.
So you're saying that they tap into your belief system into making you want to buy their product.
Yeah.
Instead of just giving you like, hey, this is our product, why don't you buy it?
Yeah,
They tap into your belief system.
I'm buying it because I want to win.
Okay. So it seems like it's your choice, but I think it's also because of relatability, like in a sort of way, or like it a lot of like storytellers like to relate with audience is a way to get people to listen to you. I think it's also inspiring people, like people who want to become aspire to be like something. I think stories. I mean, brands utilize storytelling to attract people that way. That's certainly the same mindset. Yeah.
Exactly. And if you think about this in a marketing perspective, right? This is why companies promote campaigns or they conduct campaigns,
Yeah.
right? So campaigns are basically a story that they want to show to the audiences, which incorporates their products or services in a certain manner. So when we have just say a campaign running for Mother's Day, right? Then the appeal is Mother's Day, but it could be a shop that sells flowers, right?
Yeah.
But they're promoting Mother's Day, and like maybe there could be a content about a daughter and a mother, or like a son and a mother, or something like that. But why they do those ads is primarily because they're trying to hit your emotional appeal. And you find this a lot in Petronas ads,
Yeah.
right?
But
And
for some reason, they're always like trying to ride on the like emotional kind
exactly.
of thing. Oh, they try to get people to.
Truly.
They're not really trying to say like patronize. Oh, we're an oil company, But like people know them throughout the years because of the riot ads, because of the ads that they do for all the festives.
When we talk to our clients, when they want a video like some that quality, they say, "Oh, I want a Petronas ad."
Yeah, Petronas has
It's not
become
tall
like
order, by the way.
It's
But
the benchmark.
Yeah. And I think another company that does it really well is like Siti Khadijah. Like, have you seen like those billboards yang kata like mak teringin nak telekong baru kan telekong Siti Khadijah. So like really is the story behind
Truly.
what
Because at the end of the day, it's a telecom, right?
Yeah.
And they phrase it in a way where it's like, oh, why don't you get this for your mom as a gift? Or why don't you get this as a gift? So you
Like
invokes.
in the first place, you don't really need because there's a lot of options. Like, but why specifically Siti Khadijah is because they evokes that kind of emotion when, oh, if I need a present for my mom, maybe I should check out Siti Khadijah because,
Yeah.
Todak
Exactly. They told
also,
me to, you know?
Todak also macam tiru kan.
Todak.
Todak the gaming chair company. They did
How do you sing that?
no, they did their own version like a billboard. Like a husband asking his wife, "Oh, abang teringin sangat nak ada kerusi Todak," something like that.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
is also smart.
Yeah.
I think it's smart marketing.
That's what I like about all this. To be honest, like marketing, and it's just about telling like stories that's very believable.
Yeah.
And so like
It's like if you can sell the story, then you can sell the product.
yeah. Because nowadays ads are is hyper targeted already, and I don't really need to worry about your ad reaching your audience or not. It's like whether they believe in your message or not.
Nowadays, instead of like products being like you compete whether your product is better than the other person, it's more of like whether your story is better than the other company.
Yeah. You think people don't know the product all like the quality is just about the same. It's the same OEM stuff.
Exactly.
It's from China juga.
Kau nak untung enggak kan?
So this brings back to the idea of how organic storytelling. So as brands, I feel like storytelling is very important in your ideation of your company and your values and what you are serving, who you are serving, right? Because at the end of the day, it's not about reaching masses, but it's reaching a mass of people that share the same opinion as you, that share the same belief as you.
I think a lot of like good brands also start from having a story instead of them, just simply wanting to put out a product. It always starts with like either like this person struggles with like maybe he used to grow up poor and maybe he got through his poverty by like using maybe one product that he likes, and that's how he actually grew up and created his own product because that's how he grew up as a child.
Exactly. And then that product means a lot to him, and now it means a lot to his audience as well.
Can it make sense? Like you see some people. I think I have this my dad's friend. He got money, but he's still using like his original car when he was young, which is like a Beetle. He just restored it. The car is not Beetles are still around, but like that particular model tak ada kan. But that's the power of like the memories that he had with the car.
Yeah.
So it's like a nostalgic appeal
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him that he wants to keep the car.
Oh, okay. Tak payah ada ke lah. Take like Apple fans for example.
Which
Okay,
Apple
yeah. We all use Apple here, by the way. Like I'm reading the script from Apple punya ni. So like
PS charged.
despite, I mean, other brands are, I think, quite just as impressive, but people tend to gravitate towards Apple at the end of the day, without question.
Yeah.
We don't really need a new iPhone every 2 years.
I think that's also like the appeal towards Apple's coming from someone who's like, college and then in design, again, like transitioning your work appliances or your work, items to an Apple. That means you reach like a certain
Level.
lah, kan, in your work, because it shows that like, oh, I came this far. And like, because Apple themselves are like advocates of like innovation, thinking differently, and being yourself out there. And I think that's why they have that kind of reputation. And
Exactly.
yeah, that
Exactly.
yeah.
And a lot of what Apple does as well is play on a belief as well.
Mhm.
So they've created their brand as a luxury brand
Yeah.
that is innovative, sophisticated, reliable, and these attributes that they has carried forward.
Mhm.
And till today, if we look at the past few years, the phones and the products they've made, they're superb, right?
Yeah.
But in comparison to a lot of the other brands that are out there, which have access to similar technologies or even better technologies, have actually come out with products that are better,
Yeah.
right? Quote unquote. And
Spec-wise.
yeah, spec-wise, they look so different, and like other brands can pump out so much more in a device that's so small. So it begs the question, like, why doesn't Apple do this, right? But coming back to the ideologies that I've had about this brand, and like I'm a user of Apple, so
Yeah.
it's because the things that they do, I believe, is done strategically after numerous testing, which also plays into the idea of the reliability of it, right? So if there's a new feature, a new thing, a new specs or something like that, a lot of the times there'll be bugs, right?
Yeah.
So what Apple does is that it waits, it fixes a lot of the bugs, and then it puts it out. So when you eventually use that feature, now it's either running flawlessly or the bugs are very minuscule and they are easily pumped up or ironed out.
But the fact that it's an unspoken thing though, macam, okay, like Apple products are good. But unlike Microsoft, they never really like, oh, our phone is now like, it's more powerful because X. They don't really talk about the features and shit, right?
Yeah.
It's like the ad would show someone jogging and just talk about like simple stuff.
Exactly.
How it fits in your pocket.
Yeah.
Or 1,000 songs in your pocket.
Exactly.
And then, storytelling. Not really.
So yeah, if you throw the jargons of like, oh, this has got 5,000 milliamps, the other one can just say you get 40 hours of battery life.
Mhm.
What is going to make more sense? 40 hours of battery life.
Yeah.
To a layman terms, throwing jargon in people is not going to get them to want it more.
Yeah.
Sometimes simplifying it to a language that they understand actually conveys the message so much better.
So much better.
Yeah,
I agree.
really.
So
So to wrap up today's topic about storytelling, I think personally, storytelling is vital in every brand per se. If you're trying to create a brand for a cause, because of a cause, and for a purpose, then these should require a narrative or a story behind them
yeah.
for people to follow your journey and to understand where you are right now and where you started at. And that creates more of a relationship with your audience than just telling them where you're at now.
Yeah. I think that's a very apparent in the, like looking traditionally how businesses start back then and now. Like it used to be like, yeah, my product has this. Now it's like coming out and saying, it's the same product as like probably like half the world out there but it's more of like what kind of what makes it different in terms of like what you believe in, or how this product would change that. Having it in your life, then what makes people like being part of that brand, like having that brand in your life, how does it change your life? I think that makes a difference.
Truly.
Yeah.
By the way, do you guys have you bought like Khairul Amin punya product? I think he recently released like a new one.
Somebody.
So
But after the sambal, there was something
no,
else.
yeah, it's a
ending.
dinding.
And
Yeah,
then it terus laku, right?
memang, it's like super fast. I didn't even see. I mean, I saw all the like
And numbers,
I was
definitely
4
in the-
minutes late and
Yeah,
it sold out.
No, but the numbers, I think definitely in the millions. The profit.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
the sales.
yeah.
So like, you know, the storytelling for about 8 years, and then now like 4 million in one night.
Exactly. I think he's amazing in that sense where he is very genuine, a genuine person and he's very transparent with like how he operates his business, and even the way you see how the way he does his cooking videos and the way that he breaks down his business and the way that he talks about his life, everything is like laid out in the same way. Is the Khairul Amin style of storytelling, and I think that is why people like him. And he doesn't even have to change it, because just him saying something over a video, a really nice edited video, is enough for people to like be convinced.
Feels relatable.
Yeah,
accessible.
he's just very, I guess, relatable and very. He's also a very humble guy, kind. Yeah,
Humble.
truly humble. Yeah, so I guess next time kita kena beli dia punya.
Yeah, we need to try. We need to try
to
this.
be the first for.
Doing full reviews now.
Exactly. Full review.
Oh yeah.
It's like first to get it. No, I didn't get it. I didn't get it yet.
It's okay.
I tried the sambal here, it's really good.
Somebody is
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. All the
Yang tu you kena get it fast. Kalau tak orang cepat.
oh. It's like fist fight in the malls, bro.
For sambal.
For somebody.
When you buy, bagi tahu lah. I tak dapat je.
I don't know.
Next episode kita.
Okay.
Next episode
Next episode, jumpa Khairul Amin lah terus.
I mean, wait until we get enough followers first lah.
So I think guys, cepat-cepat follow.
Yeah, the faster you follow us, the faster we can like hang out with Khairul Amin.
Exactly.
So like
Please do it.
so basically we're going to do this podcast every week, and yeah, just stay tuned and like hit the button to subscribe.
Yeah.
What did I say last week?
Click the link for our podcast.
Yeah, click the link.
Oh, okay.
Click the link.
Where?
Yeah.
Take it out.
I think this kind of situation boleh lah cut and
Yeah. Aspect.
But we have multiple platforms, so technically we have to like
right.
keep it.
Can't escape it.
Okay. So it will be like check us out on
Just follow,
Spotify.
yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
Oh yeah, check us out on Spotify, and we're also on YouTube. And yeah, just visit us in the link below to watch the full. Anyway, what if this isn't that? Yeah.
This is gonna be on YouTube and Spotify.
I think I don't need to tell everyone what exactly to do, but
Yeah.
just subscribe to us.
All right, guys. We're out. I'll see you next week.
See you next week.